Hi, and welcome to Wendy Ray's Idol Recap. Well, we got to see the top 9 results again, but this time 2 were going home and there would be no saves. So there was a lot on the line for the contestants, and I think I could feel kind of the tension as I watched the show. They started off the show with the group number again, and last week I liked the group number. I think the Lennon McCartney thing worked. This was horrible. I mean, who choreographed that? They should be shocked. I'm just saying. I mean, the girls doing that knee thing with the chicken legs, I mean, they look like complete dorks. How embarrassing for them. But then they got on to the Ford video, which I thought was really cute, going green. It's good that we do that. But you know what I liked best about the Ford video? Was Siobhan's hair. She looked great. I have complained week after week after week that her hair looks like garbage. Again, last night it did. But in the Ford video, it looked great. Why can't they let her hair look like that during her performances? Really, because her hair is distracting, so I think that would really help her. But we'll have to see what happens. So they start off with the results, and they bring Aaron, Andrew, and Casey to the center of the stage. And we all knew it was Andrew. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind Andrew was going home. I just didn't realize Ryan was going to do it right then. And sure enough, that's what he did. And he told Andrew that it was the end of the road for him. But what was more surprising to me was that they sent Aaron back to safety. I was shocked. I thought for sure he'd be in the bottom 3. Obviously, I was wrong, and you know how I feel about being wrong. I didn't like it because my son actually called it right this week, which is really a bummer. So then Andrew does his final performance, and why didn't he do Straight Up? I was so shocked that he didn't. I mean, here was his opportunity, his last swan song, and he doesn't do it. Now, the song he did, I can't even remember what it was, but it was nice. It was well-suited for his voice, but I really wish that he would have done that. I think a lot of his fans out there were wishing that as well. Brooke and, what was the other guy's name? Justin are the guest stars, and they do a duet together. And I'm going to tell you, I thought Brooke was way better than Justin. I thought she sounded lovely. I thought she did a great job. I will tell you one thing. She looks old. I mean, was it just me? I mean, I was kind of freaking out about how old she looked. And I got to thinking maybe it's because she's not taking care of those kids anymore. She's not a nanny, and they were the ones keeping her young. Who knows? But I was really surprised at how old she looks. I'm a big Brooke fan. I've always have been. My son, that was his favorite that year. And even at the concert, the live show we went to, we got really good seats, and Brooke came over and acknowledged my son. I mean, obviously he had the huge Brooke poster, but that was kind of cool. So I like her, and I was glad that she came back. It was fun to see her there. All right, they get back to the results, and they bring all 6 of the contestants left back onto the stage, and Ryan goes one by one and talks about their performances, which really gets old because we watched last night, and we know what everybody said, but he does it anyway. And then he begins to send them one by one back to safety. First up is Crystal. She's back. Duh, we all knew that. Next up is Siobhan. That was a surprise. I was so excited that she went back because I think that she deserves to be in this competition, although I think some people are trying to get her out. I think she deserves to be there. So I was really thrilled that she went back. And then they get over to Lee. And, Ryan is so sweet to remind him that that's the same thing that Chris Daughtry did the week he got booted. Really, Ryan? That was rude. But he, obviously Lee is safe, and he sends him back over to safety, which leaves Tim, Big Mike, and Katie standing in the middle of the stage, which we all assume is going to be the bottom 3, wouldn't we? But Ryan clears that up later. Then we get to see Adam come back to the Idol stage with his great performance. I adored it. I haven't heard the song yet. This was the first time I'd heard it. Not my type of music. That's the only reason why. I'm a big Adam fan, but don't listen to that type of music. I loved it. I thought the performance was a lot of fun. Loved the lasers. I wish he had a little bit less makeup on, but I can live with it. I thought he was great, and it was so fun to see him back on that stage. The guy's just awesome. That's all I can say about him. So they finally get back to the results, and they're going to send one of the 3 back to safety. And I don't know if you saw, but Tim mouthed Big Mike. And I thought that was really cute because then Ryan comes over and tells him to smile as he's the one going back to safety and not Big Mike. After Tim leaves the stage, we then find out that one of those 2 is going home and the other 2 wasn't even in the bottom 3. Now, what does this mean, Ryan? Does this mean that the bottom 3 was Katie, Tim, and Andrew, and Michael was the bottom 4? I don't think so. I think Aaron deserved that position. So I really don't know, and we'll probably never find out. I can't tell you, I don't think that Big Mike would have been in the bottom 4 because I think that his fans were so freaked out about last week that they were voting like crazy to keep him in this week. So I don't even think he was near it. I think it was more of a let's do this for a shock value more than anything else. Anyway, Mike is safe. He goes back to the couches, and poor Katie is leaving us. And I'm so sad because I adore her, as you know. And I'm so proud of the progress she has made week after week. And I think she was just kind of getting some momentum, and then smack, it's over for her. And that's a little bit depressing for me. She sang Let It Be, which is the same song she sang last week. And I don't think it was as good as last week, but you know what? It was a great choice for her, and I'm glad that she did it. And I think that the reason it wasn't as good is because that little girl was fighting back some major tears, because the minute the song was over, she let those loose. But I think Andrew and Katie both handled themselves very graciously. I thought that they were good losers, and even Andrew put on Facebook, on American Idol's Facebook, Hakuna Matata, which means no worries, which I thought was really cute. Lee also did that, so you can tell about their, their little bromance that they've got going on. But anyway, it was sad to see both Katie and Andrew go, as I'm fans of both of them. But we're at that point of the competition where there's some people that are going to go that we actually like. So we're just going to have to hang in there. All right, I've got some good news and some bad news. Or if you're not a fan and you hate watching me, then it's good news, good news. The good news for me is that I have signed a huge contract with a major corporation to do all of their training and speaking for them. The bad news is, or good news if you don't like to watch me, is I'm going to have to work more than my 5 days a month, which is what I currently work now. And so my recaps are going to be a lot less, and I'm going to try to get one in a week. If I can, I'll get two, but I'm going to try my hardest to at least get the one in, since I'm going to be working so much, and this starts next week, which I'm really excited about. But I'm sad because, you know what, I love doing this. I do this just for fun, and I've made so many contacts for this. I've been conversing with some of you on the comments, and I absolutely adore it, and I don't want that to stop. So I'm going to keep trying as much as I can to get in. Again, find me on Facebook. It's Wendy Ray, and also follow me on Twitter. It's Wendy Ray Reviews. I love to talk to you as much as I can outside this video presentation. Okay, next week we see the top 7. Hopefully I will see you then. Hugs, and make it a great day. Bye-bye.